Hello and welcome to the Good, Bad and Ugly weekly review of 1st December 2023, the week ending 1st of December. And what a week this has been, with Nifty climbing Mount Everest uh, and closing at an all-time high. It's an amazing achievement, given the fact that rest of the world is still reeling under a lot of pressures of a slowdown. But this week, before we get into the markets, from the research desk, we had all these wonderful research articles that we shared with you, whether it was on gold, 13% plus CAGR on sovereign gold bonds. The first sovereign gold bond matured on 30th of November, and people made 13 plus percent CAGR, most of it tax free. Uh, then there was a story on how India has kept doing well even without the US markets, and can it do so in the future. There was a case study on Japan, how Japanese stocks, although the markets tanked for a couple of decades, there were enough, uh, green shoots within that market to play momentum there. How India is eating big into the BRICS pie, how our share of the business is going up dramatically. A technical analysis on HDFC Bank, has it bottomed after the many months of slowdown on the chart in this. Key insights into how momentum actually beats the benchmark indices over time. So people who have lesser confidence on momentum yet should see this story. Then there was a very interesting story about value versus momentum, how value, and there's a value index, Nifty Value 50 Index, Nifty 50 Value 20 Index, which was compared with one of our Nifty strategies, India Top 10, and the results are very stark. So you could look at this and never believe in projections given by analysts, because they are just projections. uh, for every up projection there is a down projection, and on average projections fail in a big way. So follow momentum, follow the price, follow the reality, and not hearsay. All these stories are available on the Weekend Investing app. You can get it on Android and iStore. These are also available on the weekendinvesting.com website, under the blog section, and they are also delivered using the newsletter on a daily basis in the evening. So any of these places you can get these stories, either see the videos or read the blog, whichever format you like it. So coming back to the markets, clearly Nifty had a very nice week. It started from 19800, ended at 2250. 450 odd points gained in this week, closing at a new high. Records are being made here. On the Nifty weekly, you can see how this weekly candle that had tripped bulls has quickly been recovered in the next 5 weeks. At the end of this candle, second week of October, nobody was expecting this kind of a move. But if you followed the price, you would have followed the market up. So the market has made a new peak of 20267. uh, the longer term chart of the weekly versus the daily actually tells you where the trends are going in a big way. Sectoral overview. Let's look at FY24 first. Phenomenal 86.7% on the real estate stocks, 54% on the public sector enterprise stocks. These two sectors were the ones nobody was focusing on last year, and just see how they have delivered exceptional returns on this. Autos following very closely at 42.8%, and then there's many at in the 30s: PSU banks, infra stocks, pharma stocks. Pharma is also making a huge comeback. IT private banking, particularly private banking out of Bank Nifty, have been the slower ones this financial year. In this week, public sector enterprise stocks were flying 5.8%. Then you had commodities, energy, infra, PSU banks, metals all doing more than 3%, 3 to 4%. Real estate 2.9%, consumption stocks, auto stocks, FMCG also 2 to 3%. Virtually everything was up this week. IT also was up 1.7%, the weakest of them all, but yet 1.7% is no joke for a week. Sectoral momentum, public sector enterprise stocks for the very short term are at the top now. Real estate has slightly moved down. Autos are in the top 4 5. Commodities are coming back up. Energy is leaping up. Pharma in the very short term is down, but over a medium term, it is still very much up there. Infra is coming up, and you had IT go down dramatically in the last week or 10 days in terms of ranking. You had pharma go down. PSU banks have been down. Financial services are picking up. FMCG is slightly up. Gold is slightly up. But overall, I think real estate, public sector enterprise, energy, commodities, these are ruling the entire short term momentum. Benchmark overview. So Nifty 50 up 2.4% this week, for financial 16.8%. Small cap 250 2.6%, financial 52% nearly. CNX 500 2.7%, along with mid and small cap index 400 and CNX 200 all moving up 2.7%. CNX 500 is up 24%. Mid and small cap is up 45% for the financial. CNX 200 is also up 21.8%. Nifty Next 50 up 4% this week. Financial up 28.3. So Nifty Next 50 has taken the cake this week, moving much beyond even small caps and mid caps for this period. What have weekend investing strategies done? NNF 10 top gainer 4.4%, backed on Nifty Next 50 moves. MIMT all cap 4.3%, up 51% now for the financial 24. So this strategy, which was people were giving me all kinds of messages that this strategy is useless and last year it didn't perform well, and just see the kind of comeback it has made, 51% for the financial 24. So I always say, don't judge a strategy by 1 or 2 year performance. Give it 4 5 years, it will perform. MI India top 10 is another such great example. 3.8% this week, 26.5% for financial 24. And what has Nifty done? It's 16.8. So again, 16.8. India top 10 is up 26.5% this week. MI Evergreen 3.6% this week, 39.3% for the financial. MIATH2 3.2% this week, 43% for the financial. MIATH, which has been a little slow, 3.1%, a good comeback, I would say, 19.9% for the financial year. So coming back, and NG 50/50, MI35, both up 2.2%. NG 50/50 is up 11% for the financial. MI35, 67% for the financial 24. These are remarkable strategies, I can tell you. They will be lumpy, but they will give you the kind of long term return one is hoping for. MI20 up 2.2%. Financial 24 85% for the, I mean, this is mind boggling. MI30 2% up for this week, 38% for financial. HNI Wealth Builder, which is a very well diversified mid and small cap strategy, it is closed for new subscription because it's a limited numbers of users only strategy. Up 1.4%, up 66.1%. So busting the myth of diversification, loss of returns. And MI25 up 1.2%, up 48.3% for the financial. So I think all strategies have done really well in financial 24 so far. And there has to be a reason why you will not follow momentum anymore. So I mean, if you've not been able to convince yourself about momentum, these numbers should tell you something. Spotlight this week is on MINNF 10. It has doubled since we launched it. We launched it somewhere in November 2020, and we have hit the doubling mark in, let's say, exactly 3 years. So 3 years and 2 weeks. Amazing performance. It had its two major drawdowns in April 18, when it went from 176 to 135, and then from September 15 192, and then the Adani crash in January of 2020. uh, uh, ending in sorry, the COVID crash in 2020 and the Adani crash in that was, I think, February somewhere. Yeah, this part was the yeah, this is the Adani crash here. So just see how rapidly it has recovered from that fall. I mean, after this fall, a lot of people moved out from the strategy, that this is a useless strategy and it doesn't perform this, that. Just see how it has outperformed once again. So you have to keep the faith, keep the belief that, sooner or later there will be a set of stocks which will lift you out of the red zone. And 66% is the underlying benchmark, 101% is what the strategy has performed. This is just an amazing performance in my belief. 1 month, 10% on the benchmark, 14.9% on Nifty Next 50. 3 months, 8% on benchmark, 14.5%. 6 months, 15% on benchmark, 28.7. Financial 24, 28% on Nifty Junior. NNF 10 is 45%. Absolute return since going live, 101% versus 66.9 on the benchmark, and 25% is the CAGR since going live versus 18%. This is the summary. It's a rotational strategy of 10 stocks from the Nifty Next 50 basket. Once a month, you have to press one button, 2 minutes of job, and the recommended capital is 5 lakhs to 30 lakhs. This is a really good strategy if you're looking for large caps. So, uh, with this, I come to the end of this weekly review. I think it's been a great week and a great financial year. Obviously, every financial year will not be like this, but if you have the gumption to stay on for 4 or 5 years, you will see what magic momentum can do for you. I mean, it is to be seen. I mean, once you have experienced it, you will not go anywhere else. In fact, most of our users, over a period of time, bring all their money from various kinds of other investments into this, because your downside is protected, your upside is huge. So, why will you not go for it is the question. Thanks. Bye.